Steve Cardwell is the president of the Whitby Dunlop's senior A hockey team, playing tomorrow night at Iroquois Park Sports Complex. Hey, did you hear, Cards? Daniel Altshuler from the Generals got a shutout last night against the Peterborough Petes.
Yeah, 5-0. Good, and a 9-5 start for those Generals. Good for them.
This lockout thing has turned out to be a good thing. Remember when it was those many years ago when you guys started the senior hockey team back again, the Dunlops? It was huge.
Yeah, 9 years ago, it was by fluke and coincidence that we did start the same year as that lockout, but it was tremendous for senior hockey in Ontario. The crowds tripled or quadrupled, and it was really a great start for the Dunlops.
And you guys are getting a lot of support now. I mean, there's so many fundraisers, including, not fundraisers, but celebrities showing up, and tomorrow night is Master Mechanic Night, and you got some big movers and shakers coming.
Yeah, we do. You know, it's a wonderful connection that Gary Hook from Master Mechanic in Whitby on Brock Street has with Marcel Dion. Marcel Dion, a wonderful 1972, and I think still one of the top 5 all-time leading scorers in the NHL. And Marcel has given so much back to the community. And this is the second year in a row that he's going to attend a Dunlop game and sign autographs. And this year, Terry, it makes it even more special because he's bringing Bill White from the 72 series, one of the all-star defensemen, and a local favorite in Ronnie Ellis, a tremendous and one of the all-time Leaf greats.
And you know what? When I think of Marcel Dion, I think of a former Whitby Dunlop, Scott McCrory. I think that's the kind of game he played. Super smart, sort of the same stature, and could do lots of things with the puck and score lots of goals.
You know, they really are parallel. I mean, obviously, Scott didn't get to the NHL and have that same sort of career that Marcel did. He's in a class by himself. But when you look at Scotty McCrory, there's no question. He was a magician on the ice. The puck followed him. He passed the puck and saw the ice as well as anybody. And Scotty, to this day, I think it has to go down as still one of the greatest Oshawa Generals of all time.
And, and when he was playing with the Dunlops, I remember him a few years ago when you guys were gearing up on your way to the Allen Cup, and he was anchoring the power play. And, he's pudged up a little bit, and he's a little slower, but he had...
Who hasn't?
He had total confidence on that blue line, and you could tell he was controlling the whole play back there.
He really was on the power play, and he also had a few shifts on defense because that's where we needed him at the time. And at close to 40 years of age, then he was the one that developed that kamikaze approach as a defenseman. As soon as a forward and the other team picked up the puck, he just charged him. And I think most of the guys didn't know what to do. So Scott won most of those battles, and we, as the Dunlops, were very fortunate to have him.
And I noticed all defensemen, kamikaze, but come back and help out the guys at the back every now and then would be nice.
You know what the guys always say when you're a forward, you don't get paid to back check, you get paid to score goals, and defensemen the exact opposite. And this year with the Dunlops, we're lucky. We have a very strong back end, and the guys, John Winder, the coach, has them committed to playing defense, and I think we have some great goaltending. And we have the scoring that we typically have. So we have 4 very strong forward lines, 6-7 defensemen, and a couple of goaltenders, and we're doing very well so far this year.
Well, and I see a good start to the season, Steve, a 2-0 start. Tell us about the challenge tomorrow night.
Well, I think that the biggest thing is the challenge right off the top, Rob, is we'd really like to see the community support the Team Canada guys tomorrow night. I don't want to see an arena with 300 or 400 people. It'd be lovely to see 500, 600, 700 people out there to support those guys. They're coming to Whitby for a reason. Obviously, there's going to be a donation to the Ability Center. And Gary Hook at Master Mechanic, Ian McCutcheon from Service Master. These guys have done a tremendous job in the community in making these type of events. So right off the bat, it would be wonderful to see a bunch of people come to Whitby tomorrow night and enjoy the hockey game with Brantford Blast. Rob, from a team and game perspective, certainly tomorrow night Brantford's 2-0, we're 2-0, and both teams are very competitive, well balanced on the forward line. It'll boil down tomorrow night to goaltending and defense.
Anthony Marshall?
Anthony Marshall may get the start for Brantford tomorrow. He's got that great Dunlop connection, but he may get that start. We haven't found out who's playing, but he has definitely signed with Brantford.
He was a Dunlop too.
Wow.
Yeah, and that was kind of, when you put Joel Whitmarsh at 6'5" and you put Anthony Marshall at 6'6", I think the Dunlops had the 2 tallest goaltenders in hockey.
No, there you go. But we know the goalies get all the chicks, so that's a pretty... So 6:30 tomorrow night, and as you mentioned, Ron Ellis, Bill White, and Marcel Dion will be there. I'm sure they'll be signing autographs. And, I've told this story 150 times on the air cards, but Marcel Dion said to me at Hockey for Heart last year, he said, goalie, when the guys have their heads down, they're coming on you, poke check them, jam them. And I said, what do you know, old man? He goes, 5th all-time in scoring. And all the guys on the bench said, yeah, listen to him.
Yeah, how many times he obviously wasn't poked very many times by goaltenders if he's fifth all-time leading scorer.
That's exactly it. Thanks, Cards. Go get him tomorrow night, buddy.
Well, thank you very much, Rob and Terry, and once again to all your listeners. Thanks for supporting the Dunlops. It's a labor of love out there for a lot of people, and we certainly appreciate the support.
6:30 tomorrow night, Iroquois Park Sports Complex in the Des Newman Arena Complex.
Good ceremony and good hockey to follow.
Absolutely. Brantford Blast.